Good morning. So my weight has gone back up today. Ever said that before? Like it's going in the right direction. It's just randomly gone back up today. Many variables on this. I wanted to touch on this because our response to this is what counts. Your weight going back up, is this normal? Is this, I'm doing everything right? That's completely normal. And I want you to know that that's completely normal, because if you treat it as completely normal, you silence that monkey in your shoulder that says, what's the point, Matt? It's not working. There's no point. There's no point. The scale's gone back up. Even though I've got more energy, I'm feeling fitter, I'm stronger than I was before, I've attended more exercise sessions, I've done more walks, I've eaten better, I've stopped eating so much rubbish. It's not working. And it's a reminder of, if you look at this in terms of life as well, we wouldn't talk to kids, people like that, in terms of, I've studied, it's not working, there's no point in pursuing my passion because, it's not working, I didn't get the grades that I wanted. What would we tell them? And I think this is a powerful thing, because kids are really interesting. They'll copy what you do rather than what you say. They'll copy what you do rather than what you say. And I'm really conscious of this because, I can talk a good game, but if I'm on my phone, if I'm distracted, how can I expect them to listen to me sometimes and go, listen, da-da-da. And they're like this on a TV or like an iPad or something like that. And it's like, oh, yes. And, sit down when you eat. Yeah, maybe sometimes I'm like picking something. And it's these things. And like we talk about Santa Claus, like we talk about the Tooth Fairy, imagine they're watching. What would we do differently? How would we respond? How would we want them to respond? And I'll now go into, some of the reasons why this is important to consider, because your scales will go up daily. And that's why we often recommend either not weighing yourself at all, and just parking that for now, or actually weighing yourself daily. And that sounds really kind of a bit full on, but weigh yourself daily. So you have 7 weigh-ins throughout the week. You add them all up, you divide them by 7. That gives you an average across the week. That takes into account natural fluctuations. And actually, for me, you become almost okay with the fact that, yes, it's up 2 pounds today, it's down 3 tomorrow, up 1, down 1, up and down. It will go up and down. The weather, the sleep, how late you eat, whether you eat beans for dinner and you're fermenting in the night, all of these things can come into it. Like, all of these things will impact your weight. Water retention, how much water did you drink? Did you have a saltier meal? I ate out, but I chose a really good meal. That's great. However, and nothing to do with fat loss, but you may just store more water the next day. You might have, because you ate out later than you normally would. You ate later, you have more food in your digestive system. This can dictate weight. And to say that such a measure can put people off and mean that you respond, because sometimes it's our response to the thing rather than the thing itself. And I think this is a really important thing to consider, because imagine if we just didn't react to this. Because sometimes what I see is people react to the scales going up by saying sod this and having a day and a half of sod this. When what if we were about to get the whoosh effect? The whoosh effect is where essentially your fat cells will start to fill up with water a bit. It might offset the scales measurements. But what if we were one day away from seeing the results, but then we just went sod it? And there are fine lines in there. Then we're back to the start again, back to the start. And that monkey on your shoulder will tell you it's not working, it's too hard, what's the point? But we've got to consider, isn't it hard anyway? It is hard anyway. It's hard not being fit enough to do the things that we want to do. It's hard going, oh, you know what, I'm just going to start again. That's hard again. How can we just focus on today? How can we just keep going when perhaps we normally would have stopped? That's the key thing. And it doesn't mean you have to be perfect with this. It's getting away from that all or nothing and going, even though it's the weekend, even though I'm eating out, it doesn't mean I'm writing off the whole weekend here. What can I control today? And those little things are what makes it a lifestyle. And it's not because you have to, it's because you're choosing to. That's the difference. Because I want you to choose. If you want to go out and just completely have whatever you want, give yourself permission to do that. That's okay. There's a lot of psychosocial benefits of that as well, rather than thinking you have to do it. But every choice has a cost and a benefit. What are the costs of doing it? What are the benefits of doing this? What do I get from doing it? What do I lose out on? What am I saying yes to? What are my actions saying yes to today? What am I saying no to by doing this? And when we consider these, the why do I actually want to do this anyway? Then we might have a bit of power, that why power, if you like, which boosts our willpower. You know what? If I don't get to bed on time tonight, I'm going to not get this done. I'm going to be ratty with loved ones. I'm not going to do this, not going to do this. Is it worth it? Sometimes yes. But at least we're making a conscious choice. You know, I spoke to someone yesterday and they were like, we went out for a meal, we celebrated, we have some really good news. And I actually chose to do it and I feel okay about that. Normally I'd be beating myself up and I thought, that's a great place to be. I'm just going to get back to it tomorrow. Perfect. That's living. That's part of your lifestyle rather than going, oh my God, I messed up, I'm such a bad person. It doesn't make you a bad person at all. So it's important to consider these things, and I hope that helps us. That's kind of I'm just repeating a conversation I had with someone yesterday. So I hope that helps. That's me rambling on today. Busy day today. Just finished some of our morning sessions. Got some more coming now. Hopefully it stays a bit cool. And then later we are off to Burbage Fete for a little bit of fun and games. So have an awesome day, and I'll see you later. Take